and free. Zorro, Zorro, they make the sign of the Z. Zorro, Zorro, the fox is so cunning and free. Zorro, Zorro, they make the sign of the Z.
Well done, Capitan, well done.
Thank you, Commandante. Sergeant.
But why have I been brought here? We are only simple monks who tend our vineyards and harvest our grapes.
Silencio! You have been charged with a most serious crime, Brother Napa. Selling a wine before its time. You can release this man, Sergeant. He's had enough.
Zorro will want to know of this.
Innkeeper, in honor of the arrival of the newest members of my garrison, Capitan Pico and Sargento Sepúlveda, wine for everyone! See, the people may grumble, but they will not stand against us.
Perhaps. What of the black fox? The curse of Capistrano. The curse of Capistrano? I believe, my Capitan, if you boil the water before drinking, you will not catch it. That is the revenge of Montezuma, not the curse of Capistrano. The curse of Capistrano is Zorro. The scourge of the Camino Real. The scourge of Camino Real? I once picked up a bad case of the scourge on leave in San Francisco. Oh, idiot. The scourge of the Camino Real is also Zorro. Personally, I like a simple nickname like Pepe. What of this highwayman, Zorro? They say he is the champion of the people.
You are young and strong, Capitan Pico. You have nothing to fear from this Zorro. Perhaps 20 years ago, he was a match for any man. But now, the old black fox is not what he used to be.
So, Zorro grows too old, does he? Whatever I have lost in youth, senores, I have gained in wisdom. Ay, Chihuahua. For instance, if God wished us always to jump, why would he have given us stairs? Let us see if I'm as easy to bully as the poor defenseless. And who are you, senor?
I am Capitan Paco Pico.
Your name is Paco Pico?
Yes, Capitan Paco Pico. And by order of the governor, I am the new Comandante of Los Angeles. Defend yourself, Senor Zorro.
My blade is at your disposal, Capitan. Pico, Paco.
That's Paco Pico.
Whatever. Now it is your turn to face the cold steel of the black blight of San Bernardino.
With a black light, Capitan, I recommend hot compresses on the affected body parts. He is the black blight of San Bernardino. Wanting to escape.
A futile gesture, mi Capitan. Obviously, you do not know Zorro.
chandelier used to be lower. Seize him!
Why are you so upset? Don Diego, you must be patient. At least the new Comandante does not know you are Zorro, and you are getting well.
Yes, after weeks in bed while poor Brother Napa languishes on the wall without a trial. What do I say to him, huh? That Zorro could not help him because he missed the chandelier? I have made that jump 1,000 times. I'm telling you, Fernando, that innkeeper, he raised that chandelier.
Of course, Don Diego. Well, maybe he lowered the floor. Don Carlos!
Bernardo! Father, I came as soon as I heard.
Heard?
Bernardo wrote me that you're not well.
He did?
What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. It's only a touch of the gout.
The gout. I crossed an ocean because he has the gout?
Gout, shingles, heart failure, what does it matter? The important thing is, it's nice to have you home.
Not as nice as it was to have me leave home.
Oh, come now, Carlitos. Well, I know we've had our differences.
I was never the son you wanted. Why don't you just once admit that?
I admit that. I admit that all the time, don't I, Bernardo?
Only yesterday, he admitted it 4 times.
Well, the important thing is you're okay. I guess there's no reason for me to prolong my visit.
Ah, Don Diego.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Ah, Don Diego, how good to see you up and about. I have been praying for you. I even lit a candle for you before the altar of Santa Calesterola, the patron saint of gout.
Oh, gracias, Padre. Muchas gracias.
Don Carlos. Don Carlos, home from college. What a welcome sight for these old eyes.
You too, my old friend and teacher.
I fear I bear bad tidings, Don Diego. This very day, the tyrant, Commandante Pico, brings my falsely accused twin brother, Brother Napa, to trial.
It is true.
Oh, forgive me, I am not thinking. Don Carlos, I give you my ward, Senorita Anita.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take good care of her.
I did not mean for keeps.
Padre?
Where you from?
I do not know. I was abandoned as an infant and found by the good brothers floating in like a reed basket in the Valley de San Fernando.
Ah, a valley girl.
For sure.
I was sure that Senor Zorro would have come to Brother Napa's aid by now, but he's not been seen for weeks. Not since he missed the chandelier in the cantina.
Missed?
That chandelier had been moved.
At least that is the talk among the people.
Zorro, is he still around? Must be over 80 by now.
He's not a day over 53 and has never felt better. Or so the peasants.
Don Diego, the Vega family is among the most respected in all of California. We thought if you might come to the trial and say a word in Brother Napa's behalf.
I'm sorry. I'm a gentleman farmer. I have my figs to prune, my apples to pick, my grapes to tend.
And what of Brother Napa? You will do nothing for him?
Well, I did not say that. If you'll wait just a moment, I'll fix him a seasonal fruit basket.
Well, I'm one apple that falls far from the fruit basket, Senorita. I'll go to Brother Napa's trial. I'm sure the whole thing is just a simple lack of communication.
Bless you, Don Carlos.
Yes, bless you, Don Carlos.
Oh, stick with me. I went to school in Europe. I know my way around.
Bernardo,
Si, senor.
why did you send for Carlos?
Because you need him.
I need no one.
Will you never tell him the truth so that Don Carlos will know the kind of a man his father truly is?
A boy like that would not understand.
But what of the future? You cannot go on being Zorro forever. And when that day comes, what of the people? Who will be their champion then? Zorro must live on.
You don't mean... Bernardo, you really think that someday Carlitos could be man enough to fit my tights?
Don Diego, you can no longer fit your tights. I mean, just last night I had to let them out again. By very much.
These rurales don't understand European justice. I'll straighten them out.
Be careful, Don Carlos. You're not dealing with your average vicious, ruthless comandante.
Trust me.
Silence.
Silencio! Silencio!
Good people of Los Angeles, the prisoner is charged with selling a wine before its time. I have before me 2 bottles of wine. One of the brothers Napa and Sonoma. One of the brothers Rot and Gut. Sergeant Sepulveda, if you would be so kind. Well?
The wine is fine, my comandante. Not too complex, but a good bouquet. It is young, fruity, almost infinite. I will serve this with...
Sergeant, back in the ranks. Now we will have Brother Napa's wine sample. The state rests. And so does he.
That's no proof. Look, how do we know that peasant wasn't sick already?
Very well. Next. Now are you convinced, senor?
Of course not. What do you think, I just fell off the taco truck? How do we know that bottle actually contains the wine of Brother Napa?
Very well. Next.
This is crazy. I mean, this would never be allowed in Spain.
Neither would this. Shoot him.
Wait! Wait, you're making a terrible mistake. This man is Don Carlos Vega, son of Don Diego Vega.
Ah. Don Carlos. Now, the House of Vega is revered throughout California. Why do you trouble yourself over this miserable thieving monk?
In Spain, a defendant is entitled to a lawyer. I mean, at least let me contact someone from the legal clinic of Jacobi and Mendez.
This is not Spain, senor, where there is legal counsel for middle-income monks.
Ah, but we have a witness. Senorita Anita was with Brother Napa when he sold the wine in question.
Arrest her, too.
Trust me. Trust me. Hey, listen, I want you to know something. We're going for an appeal. I want a complete transcript of this, trial.
We do not have a transcript, senor, but do not worry. I have everything on cassette.
Cassette?
Yes. Corporal Cassette.
Si, Commandante. Good people of Los Angeles, the prisoner is charged with selling wine before his time. I have before me 2 bottles of wine. One of the brothers Napa and Sonoma, one of the brothers Rotten Gut. Sergeant Sepulveda, if you'd be so kind. Well, the wine is fine, my Commandante. Not too complex, but a good bouquet. Young, fruity, almost imputed. Sergeant, back in the ranks. Now we will have Brother Napa's wine sample. Thud, the state rests and so does he. That is no proof, senor. How do we know that peasant was not already ill? Very well, next. Thud.
Father, I just came from the Pueblo. That new Commandante, he's unbelievable. He arrested Senorita Anita, and he just sentenced the good Brother Napa to 30 lashes at dawn.
I have received word, my son. There's much injustice in the land.
We just can't sit still for this. I mean, somebody has to do something.
I've waited all my life to hear you speak those words, my son. You're right. Somebody must do something. Somebody will. Zorro will.
You, Zorro? My father was Zorro.
Is Zorro.
Boy, was I wrong about you. I never understood why you were never home nights. I mean, you never seemed to have time for me. When you were out riding the Zorro, all those nights Mother thought you were with other women.
Well, all is very big words. But being a champion of freedom, very time-consuming.
If only I had known. I never thought you loved me.
And I thought that you'd never grow up to be the kind of a man who cares about the injustice done to others. Perhaps, Carlitos, we have both been wrong. I cannot be Zorro forever. Of course, there is still a lot of Zorro left in me. You know something? I was hoping that maybe someday, perhaps, do something for them. Get your soul. Watch this. Hiya! Try one of these. Go. Show me a Z, son. Oh. Your penmanship is very nice.
Thank you, Father.
But it is perhaps a bit too, how shall I say, ornate.
You don't like it?
No. It is just that by the time you finished, you would be dead. You're a champion of freedom. You must get in, make your Z, and get out. Look, don't worry. You'll learn. That's a very good start. And I know Z's.
What is the charge here, Sergeant?
Public drunkenness, Comandante.
Forcing a man with a hangover to listen to a mariachi band. Excellent thinking, Sergeant.
Take 5!
Well, good Brother Napa. Soon you will learn what happens to those traitors who are disloyal to the state. At dawn, you will taste the sting of the lash.
What is to become of my ward, Anita?
Who can tell? The night is young, the moon is full, and she is manacled to the wall.
El Comandante is such a romantic.
I would rather die than let him touch me.
That is what they all say. But when was the last time you saw me out dancing with a dead girl?
Pity you, Commandante, when Zorro arrives.
Zorro? You still think that old man can save you?
Zorro is more than a man. He is the Black Fox, the friend of the friendless, the savior of the oppressed. He is the very spirit of freedom.
Is he? Well, brother, I could not help but notice when we dueled that the spirit of freedom has bursitis.
And you have a black heart.
Perhaps, but at least that doesn't bother me when the weather changes.
I will never submit.
Very well. But if your Zorro should be foolish enough to appear tomorrow, we will be ready for him. That's all.
Hit it!
Now remember, Bernardo, after I free Brother Napa and Senorita Anita, I want you to ride to the mission at San Andreas de la Pauta and ask them to hide the good monk and his warden until it's safe for them to return.
The usual.
And I will ride and warn the people of Pico's plan to steal the church's land. Oh, Carlitos, what is all of this?
Well, this is the latest scientific equipment from Spain. I've been up all night with my onion gas.
Onion gas? Ah, see. You have been away a long time. You probably are not used to Bernardo's cooking, but you will adjust.
No, Father. This gas is a new anti-personnel weapon. You see, with this, and a small charge of explosives at the rear of the jail, we will free Senorita Anita and Brother Napa.
Zorro, use gas and bombs? Are you mad, boy? I am a caballero. I fight by the code. I need only my sword and my courage.
And your whip.
Only on special occasions.
But look at the odds, Dad. And you're still not completely recovered from that fall when you missed the chandelier.
I did not miss that chandelier. That chandelier was moved by that sick and vicious innkeeper.
At least take a rope ladder.
No.
Father, a man your age shouldn't be jumping 2 stories onto a horse. I mean, you'll be walking funny until Cinco de Mayo.
Use a ladder? Perhaps my hopes for you were unfounded after all, Carlos. I have righteousness on my side. When I need all of this to fight the likes of a scoundrel like Pico Paco,
That's Paco Pico.
whatever, when I need to rely on tricks such as these, that is the day that Zorro is no more. Bernardo! Ready? Let's go! Tornado! For justice!
You are leaving, Don Carlos?
Yep.
Won't you reconsider, Don Carlos?
Oh, Bernardo, it's no use. Father doesn't want me to help him. He doesn't even want me around.
You are wrong. He wants you to stay. There is nothing he wants more than to see you follow in his footsteps.
Well, then why won't he let me help him?
Your father is a proud man, Don Carlos. When there were no others, he alone stood against injustice.
Right, Bernardo. We must keep Zorro alive.
Not much wind. Excellent flogging weather. A few warm-ups. No smoking. Flogging commence.
Ay, ay, ay!
Free the monk! Well, Commandant, so we meet again.
Yes, Senor Zorro. But unfortunately for you, it is for the last time. Seize him!
Get him! Protect me! Get him!
Quickly, brother. I'll keep him busy.
Take him, you fools! Lazarus!
Guns. I should not have expected you to fight with honor, senor.
Well, nobody said you get to be Commandante by being Mr. Nice Guy, Zorro. Lancers! Ready! Aim!
Bernardo, what is happening?
Don't worry. Don Carlos has taped a piece of apple under his mask so to counteract the onion game.
Oh, apple under his mask. That's perfect.
In the name of justice!
My son's Z's are getting better.
Get him perfect.
Take my arm!
Oh, Senor Zorro, how can I ever thank you?
Un momento.
Senor Zorro, how can I ever thank you?
Gracias, padre. Fernando. ¡Vamos al otro lado! Hola, my son. You must never be seen dressed together like this again.
Yes, Father.
Oh, and one more thing. Next time I kiss the girl, you hug the monk.
Now stay tuned as new wave rock group Devo performs at Muffy's Bas Mitzvah on Square Pegs. Next.